Hello everyone. So today we are going to solve the another LeetCode SQL interview question, which is the triangle judgment. So yeah, so have you ever seen like a SQL interview question where mathematics and SQL come together? Okay. So in this video we will solve the problem asked by the companies like as you can see like Amazon, Apple, Bloomberg, Google, Meta, and Uber. All these are the top companies. Okay, so you will learn in this video in less than 6 to 10 minutes, like and by the end of this video you will know the exactly why this solution works instead of simply memorizing the query part. So let's get started. So problem statement, as we know that we have to given a table named triangle containing three columns. As you can see, this is the name of the triangle and these are the columns. There are three columns x, y, z and the type of the integer. Okay, so each row represents the length of the three line segment. Okay, each row represent the three line segment, and our task is simple. For every row, determine the whether these three sides can be form a triangle or not. If they can form a triangle, then return a yes, otherwise return no. As you can see. Okay. So we also need to return all the three sides length along with the result. Although we need to return the yes or no, result in the form of the yes or no. Apart from that, we also need to return the value of x, y, and z. Okay. So before writing the SQL, we need to understand one basic mathematical rule. The three sides can be form a triangle only if the sum of any two sides is the greater than the third side. As we know that. So, okay, for example, like as we already know that the mathematical rule like x plus y is greater than z, and x plus g is greater than y, and y plus c is greater than x. If these three conditions are true, then we can say that the triangle is the like form a triangle only if the sum is any two sides of the greater than the third side. So we can see that this is the form of a triangle. Okay. If even one condition is failed, for example, the two conditions are matched and one condition is failed, the triangle cannot be exist. Okay, let's verify this using the example, something like that. For example, the value of the x, like x equal to 13 and y is equal to 15 and z equal to 30. Okay, these are our value like that. Now let's check for the 13 plus 15 is equal to 28. What it is the greater than 30. We will check the value of the x is the 13, value of the y is the 15, and it is the greater than some of these two values are 28 and g value is 30. It means that this is the greater than 30. No, since one condition already failed, this cannot be triangle. Okay, because 20 is not a greater than 30. 20 is yet not a greater than 30. It means that if one condition fail, it means that this is not a form of the triangle. So output will be no. Okay, there is no need to check the further the values for the y and z as well. So let's try for the second one. For example, like for example x, let's change the values like x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20 and z is equal to 15. Okay, let's verify. Okay, let's check the condition. For example, 10 plus 20, it is greater than 15. Yeah, because 20 and 10 plus is equal to 30. It is greater than 15 because z is equal to 15. Yeah, okay, then condition is true. Got it? 10 plus 15, is it greater than 20? 10 plus 15 means that value of the x and z. Okay, as well, like 20 by plus 15 means which is the greater than 10. Yeah, it's a greater than 10 because the value of the x is the 10. So output become all the conditions are satisfied as we know that already. Okay, so it means that the output become yes. Yeah. So now let's convert this logic into the our SQL. So we will use the case statement, case word like if else conditions as we know that. Okay, if all three conditions are true, return yes, otherwise return no. Our query looks like this. Let's write down the query part. For example, select x by and z. Got it? Case. What is the case? Case is that like when x plus y is greater than z and x plus z is greater than y and y plus z is greater than x. Okay, then okay, then return yes, else no. And as triangle from triangle. Okay, so let's run and check the query is correct or not. Okay, so it forms like correct. Okay, so no, like this expected no and yes, like yeah, it's correct. Okay, so let's break down this query part. For the first, for the select statement, like select x, y, z. Okay, return all three sides of the length. This is our first step. Next, case check whether the triangle conditions are satisfied or not. These conditions are satisfied or not. Now, so here you can see that one of the most important thing that you need to notice here, like and operator. So why? Because every condition must be true. Even if one become false, SQL immediately return no. And it means that all the all three conditions must be true. Then we can return the yes. Otherwise, it will return no. Okay, that's why we are using the and operator. If there is one condition like if we are applying the condition that which is the only one condition or two conditions are true, then we are using the or operator here, something like that. For if I want to all the three conditions true, then we need to write down the and operator here. Why? Because every condition must be true na. Even if the one becomes a false, SQL will immediately return the no. Finally, and as triangle, create a new output column named triangle, and that's exactly what LeetCode asks. LeetCode asks us like we need to return the output something like that triangle in the form of and from the triangle. This is the what triangle table from this. So since we are checking each row only once, So the time complexity is the big of n of this problem, and where n is the number of rows, and space complexity is the big of one, because we are not using any extra histories. So yeah, so that's how you solve the lead code 610 triangle judgment in a SQL. If this explanation helped you understand the logic instead of just memorizing the answer, please like the video and subscribe for the more SQL interview question. So I'm solving the complete SQL lead code SQL interviews sit step by step. So don't miss the upcoming video. Thank you so much for watching this video.